She's one of the most requested Titans to do a guide on, and after putting several hours into playing as Ion, she is an amazing Titan. So let's talk about the good, the bad, how to play her best, and let's see if she actually lives up to being the Swiss Army knife of Titanfall 2. So Ion is an Atlas-based Titan that plays a lot differently than any of the other Titans in the game because she based all of her attacks and all of her abilities off of this pool of energy that she starts off with. Anytime she's wanting to use ability like the traps or the laser shot, or anytime she's wanting to use the splitter rifle, she definitely has to be managing all of her energy whenever she's using it. She's kind of like an RTS of Titan. She has to manage her energy when she wants to use it, where she wants to use it, and how she wants to use her abilities between either laser trap, vortex shield, or her laser shot. So now let's talk about Ion's pros and why she's a great Titan to use. And the first thing I want to talk about is the splitter rifle. The splitter rifle is an amazing gun for her because it can be used in two different ways. Either being able to use your energy and make her shots even more powerful, or she can use it in a normal version and actually build up energy and let her energy recool, but still be able to put out DPS. If you're one of those types of people that love to use the laser shot, love to use the tripwire or the vortex shield, being able to shoot this gun in its normal version to build up energy for those abilities is a great way to play. But also too, if you're kind of playing like me and you love that alternate version of the splitter rifle and using your energy to actually deal out more damage to the rifle, you can do that as well. It has two different versions of it. It makes it a really great way to kind of play the game, but also too to manage your resources. If you're wanting to do something with your abilities, this rifle gives you the ability not only to deal out DPS, but also to be able to use your ability because you're letting your energy cool off, and it's giving you that time to place a trap or to snipe somebody with a laser shot or catch projectiles that are actually coming to you. Now let's talk about the Tripwire. The Tripwire is an amazing ability just for the fact of if you are actually getting bum rushed by a lot of people or, stalkers or a Titan and stuff like that, and they walk through it, it deals out an additional, damage to them. So not only are you using either your splitter rifle or your laser shot or something like that, you can deal out damage to people that are actually closing the distance on you, and it works out very well because most of the Titans or stalkers or anything are just going to blast right through it. About the only Titans that are going to miss it are probably Ronins if they phase through it or Reapers. So it's a great ability to use whenever you get a chance. The one thing I would recommend to, if you're going to be using this ability kind of in the early stages of progressing through the Aegis ranks and progressing through Frontier Defense, is use the 0-point tripwire. It doesn't cost any energy. You can use your splitter rifle, you can use other abilities, and then if you want to pop out your tripwire, you can do it at no cost to your energy. It's a great ability, great kit to use, and you're definitely going to see all the help it actually brings you when you're playing in Frontier Defense. For the next pro, I want to talk about the laser shot. And the laser shot actually has two different purposes for me, and they work great for me. So the first one is the sniping capability. So you can use the laser shot to snipe, different Titans or Reapers or Stalkers, people that are pretty far away, but you want to deal a lot of damage to them because they're going to be closing in on you, and that laser shot is a great way to do it. It deals out a lot of damage. Even though it eats up some of your energy, you're able to build up that back up by using, the splitter rifle in its normal version and still being able to deal out DPS. The other thing is the fact that you're able to finish people off pretty quickly. So if you have like a Ronin or a Scorch that you need to kill off really quickly, that laser shot is going to deal out a lot of damage, and especially if you get it on a crit hit. If you're one of those people that have pinpoint accuracy, I know I'm not sometimes. I'm not that type of person that actually gets pinpoint accuracy, but if you get that laser shot on a crit hit on somebody that's close to doom or whatnot, it's going to help you out a lot. And it's just a great way to kind of finish somebody off, either these Reapers or the Titans. For our final pro, I want to talk about the laser core. The laser core actually does great in Frontier Defense because it can hit targets from pretty far away, does an amazing amount of damage, and also too, you have areas of approach that these AI opponents are going to be coming towards you and the Harvester. So all Ion has to do is sit down in a corridor, sit down in a long approach, activate her laser core, and hit either one target or multiple targets depending on how many opponents she actually kills with the laser core. It's a great, powerful core. It's awesome that she has this, and you won't regret using it as often as you can. The problem is that this actually leads into my cons, and the very first con is her laser core. So as you make your way through the different difficulties, you're going to notice that Titans are going to be, being able to actually defend themselves pretty well. You have Scorch with his thermite shield, you have Ronin with his sword block, they're going to be using this ability to defend themselves because they're on a harder difficulty and they're trying to get to you in the Harvester. So that leads into the con because the laser core doesn't do a very effective job getting through these different defenses. And as well, too, if you're not able to either have the Ion kit to where she can increase the duration of the laser core, or she doesn't have that last upgrade where she gets a laser core kill and it makes the laser core last longer, your laser core is not going to be not very effective whatsoever because you're not going to be able to get kills with it since you're trying to bypass the enemy shield, and sometimes it's actually multiple enemy shields, and you'll kind of see why I say that when you get into the higher difficulties. So for her last con, I have to say, if you are not that type of person that likes to manage stuff on the fly or manage stuff in stressful environments, she's definitely not the Titan for you. Ion always has that energy pool that she constantly has to manage, as well as her abilities and her gun. And it's definitely a stressful thing to do on the higher difficulties when you're wanting to do this and that, and you can't do it because you don't have any energy. Now, the great thing about it is that even though it's a con, as you're leveling up and you're getting those upgrades, you're going to have a lot more energy to play with. Some abilities and some of your gun are not going to be using as much energy, so you're going to be able to do different things. But as you're leveling up Ion, you're definitely going to see how much of a pain in the butt she is. But just kind of stick with her, and she will do great things when she's finally getting leveled up. Now that we talked about her pros and cons, I want to talk about the way to use her. And now, she's used as an offensive and roaming Titan. At least that's what she's classified as. She does great things when she's roaming and kind of being offensive towards Titans, but you're going to see later on as the difficulty goes up, you're not going to be able to roam around very much or go offensive very much at all. So she's very good at being able to lock down corridors. If she has a little bit of help from either the Scorch or Legion being able to help her out with dealing out more damage, but with that splitter rifle being able to hit people from pretty far away, and the laser shot and the laser core, she is a great person being able to lock down different passageways and different corridors. So that's a great way to play her. I definitely recommend being able to get behind a wall or something, or a building or a side of something, and go back and forth between shooting people, go back behind cover. I definitely recommend that with all the Titans, but with Ion being able to lock down areas effectively with either tripwires, her laser shot, and her splitter rifle, and then finally her laser core, she does a great way of being able to lock down positions. Now let's talk about her upgrades through Frontier Defense and what you get to look forward to as you're leveling her up. So before I actually get into any Ion's upgrades, I want to talk about the kits and that work best in Frontier Defense. So the first one I'm going to talk about is 0 Point Tripwire. It's definitely great when you're wanting to kind of use your different abilities, but you don't want to use any energy. So 0 Tripwire doesn't cost any energy whatsoever. It costs you a cooldown, and it's just a really nice ability to use because all these Titans are going to be coming towards you, and this kind of deals damage to people that to any of the AI Titans that are coming towards you to charge you, and it's great for taking out Stalkers, great for taking out Reapers. The only bad thing, like I said in the beginning, it sucks when they jump over it, so you kind of have to watch out for that stuff. But 0 Point Tripwire is a great kit to start off with in the very beginning levels of Frontier Defense. Next is Grand Cannon, and this is great for the harder difficulties like Master and Insane, just for the fact that it makes your laser core last a little bit longer. So you're going to be able to take out targets that have an overshield, have a lot of health, might be using their different abilities like thermal shield or sword block to block some of your damage, but also too you're able to increase your laser core a little bit longer, so you're able to deal a lot more damage. This works out great when you get up to your level 20 upgrade, which every time you get a kill with your laser core, it increases the time you get to use a laser core. It's kind of like Ronin's level 20 upgrade, where every sword kill he gets, it increases the time of sword core. So it's a great ability for Ion. I love it. Just you have to watch out for the shields, and you have to watch out for trying to get as many kills as possible. It's great when there's a lot of people doomed. That way it increases the amount of time you get to use it. But Grand Cannon is the last kit I would definitely recommend. Now, her upgrades are great just for the fact that they are kind of based around, saving energy, and her splitter rifle using up a lot of energy. So for her first upgrade, it's split shot power. So this is great when you're using your splitter rifle for that split shot and dealing out a lot of damage. This is going to increase how much damage you do. So you're definitely going to notice this when you're hitting crit shots, and you're going to see kind of the health kind of drain away from the enemy Titans. And it's just a great upgrade to have, because when you're playing in hard mode, you're playing in easy or normal, you're going to see the health these Titans drain pretty quickly, and you're going to be able to go on to the next fight. It's a great first upgrade. Now for her next upgrade, you get energy storage, and this is great because you're going to be starting off with a lot more energy now. So you might be able to use your splitter shot to take down a target, and then go over and be able to hit somebody with a laser shot. It's great to have a little bit more energy. I wish we could have a lot more energy for Ion to use different abilities, but it's great to just have a little bit of an increase to Ion's energy pool. Next is split shot efficiency, and this is great because I'm definitely one of those people that uses that splitter rifle like nobody's business, and I use split shot a lot. And this is great too because not only am I dealing more damage, I got more energy to use, but also too it doesn't use as much energy. So now I really get to use the splitter rifle to all of its capacity and ammo, but also too I get to use a laser shot, or I get to throw out some tripwires, or I get to use a vortex to kind of block the incoming damage. It's great to have this later on in the game because you're going to see how effective split shot is in the higher difficulties. Next one is energy regen, and you get a 25% regen to your energy, and it's great because you can use the splitter rifle in its normal form where you're actually building up energy, and it's going to build up a lot faster. So again, like I said, managing your resources, managing that energy pool that you have, being able to manage different abilities that you have between the laser shot, the vortex shield, and the tripwires. It definitely comes into play, but this helps you out a lot because now you're able to do a lot more since you're having more energy to play with, but also too your energy is regenerating a lot faster. Now for her final upgrade, she gets Reflex Cannon. Now this works great with Grand Cannon just for the fact that Grand Cannon allows your laser core to last a little bit longer. Reflex Cannon is going to make that last even longer now just because every kill you get with laser core increases the duration. It resets. So just kind of like how the sword core resets at Ronin's final upgrade at level 20, so does Ion. So she's going to be able to use this laser core for quite a while, and it's a great way to take down multiple Titans that are coming down tight corridors, and you're just going to have a lot of fun with this thing, being able to just blast one target after the next, after the next, after the next. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the guide was helpful. My biggest intent right now is just trying to help out as many people as I possibly can, either people picking up the game for the very first time or people that don't really use certain Titans in multiplayer, but they're now using them in Frontier Defense. So I really do hope this guide was helpful. If it was, please let me know in the comments below if it was. And if I missed something out, let me know down in the comments below so I know to kind of talk about it later on in other videos. So again guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the channel. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.